Today we share the story of a man, a god who lost everything not because of war or witchcraft, but because he forgot how to treat his wife. Today we share the story of Orunmila. Orunmila was preparing to get married, so he went to an Ifa priest, a diviner, to cast Ifa for him, to tell him if he was on the right path. The Ifa priest said to him, "You will marry a woman named Ìwà Pẹlẹ́, the daughter of Suru, patience." Ìwà Pẹlẹ́ was one of the most beautiful maiden in the village, and everybody wanted to marry her. Orunmila, you have to make a special sacrifice for Ìwà Pẹ̀lẹ́ to become your bride and to make sure everything goes well. Orunmila followed the instructions given by the priest and his sacrifice was accepted. And after the sacrifice, the Ifa priest then gave him one special instruction. You must never mistreat her. Always be patient with her, for she is delicate. And without her, you will not truly prosper. Orunmila made the sacrifice and went ahead to marry Iwa. Everyone was happy for them. The children waved, the women danced with smiles on their faces, and the men gazed in admiration as Orunmila passed. Iwa smiled shyly as she walked beside her husband. When Iwa came into Orunmila's household, everything started going well for him. He was happy and full of joy. His trade prospered. People came from far and near to seek his wisdom. Everywhere he turned, he found success upon success. At home, he would often watch Iwa with so much love as she cooked, made beads, or cared for their home, and he would smile to himself and say, "Truly, Iwa Pele brings blessings." But as his wealth grew, Orunmila began to change. He allowed his wealth to get to him. He forgot the words of the wise Ifa priest. He forgot the love he once had for his wife. He began to complain about the little things. Whenever he was served his meal, he would frown and find something to complain about. On some days, it was too much salt. On other days, it was too little oil. Each time she brought him food, he would push the bowl away and shout, "Can you not do one thing right? Can you not do one thing right?" Every day, Orunmila gave his wife problems, one problem after another. It seemed he had completely forgotten what the priest told him. Sometimes, when she tried to speak, he would yell at her to go away. Other times, he made jokes about her in front of his friends as they enjoyed palm wine, and she would turn away in silence. At night, with trembling voice, she would sing a sad Yoruba lullaby softly to herself. She kept asking herself, "Patience, my mother, how long will I endure?" But what happens when blessings make a man forget gratitude? Let's find out. One morning, Orunmila returned home angry again as always. He yelled at Iwa, "You shame me! You shame me, Iwa!" She looked at him one last time and just shook her head and walked away. By morning, she had packed her things and left the house quietly. And as she walked away, the lights in the compound dimmed. When Orunmila woke up and did not see her, he shouted, "I know she will return. She has nowhere to go." But then days turned into weeks and she did not come back. Would Iwa ever return? Or was it too late? After Iwa left, everything started going from bad to worse. His divinations became unclear. His wealth began to vanish. He did not notice at first until one morning he found his cowries scattered, his divination tools broken. He fell to his knees and he wept. In confusion, he went back to the Ifa priest and they cast Ifa for him. "You've chased away your own blessings. The woman who left you is not just a wife, she's Iwa. She's the spirit of good character. And without her, you are nothing. Without Iwa, no man can prosper. So please go back and beg her. Tell her to come back to your home." Orunmila bowed his head and cried, "Ah, Iwa, my Iwa, I have driven you away." They said Orunmila was wise, but could wisdom survive without humility? Orunmila made another sacrifice and began his journey to find Iwa. He traveled first to King Alara of Aramoko and he said, "My wife has left me and I was told she came here. Please, have you seen her?" The king replied, "Yes, she came here, but I could not keep her because you are my friend. You're the one who helped me to become king. So I told her I could not keep her." But I heard she went to Ijero. So Orunmila went to the king of Ajero of Ijero. And the king told him the same thing. But I heard she has gone to the palace of King Owarogunwaga. So Orunmila continued his journey. And at last, he reached the palace of King Owarogunwaga. Your Majesty, please, have you seen Iwa? The king shook his head. No, I have not seen her. As Orunmila was leaving the palace, a maid stopped him, and the maid whispered, Iwa is here, but she does not wish to be seen. So Orunmila waited day after day, begging the king to please let him see his wife. Orunmila, once so proud, was now truly humbled, his heart heavy with regret. He knew he had lost his most precious gift, Iwa, his own good character. Your Majesty, I know I have made a terrible mistake. I have let my pride blind me. I now understand a simple truth. If you don't have good character, all the money and the success in the world is empty. It all disappears. The king, a man of great wisdom, after much thought, spoke. Orunmila, Iwa is here, but you must speak your true feelings to her by yourself. So the king called Iwa and she walked in with quiet grace. When Orunmila saw her, his heart ached and he knelt before her and pleaded, Iwa, I was so foolish. I thought my own cleverness and power were enough. I was arrogant and treated you so badly and ignored your good advice. When you left, Iwa, my life became empty. No amount of fame or wealth could fill that hole. I have spent my days alone, understanding now that true success is not about what you own, but about who you are inside, the kindness in your heart, and your honest character. My love, please forgive me. I have learnt my lesson. Without you, I have nothing. Please come home. Iwa looked at him for a long moment and she could tell he was being sincere. So she reached out to him. Orunmila, I can see your sadness is real and I believe you have truly learnt your lesson. The greatest wisdom starts with humility. Let this be a fresh start, a reminder of the strong power of good character. Orunmila, grateful, took her hand. They both walked together once more. From that day, peace returned to Orunmila's home. He prospered once more, and blessings returned to his path. And Orunmila said, whoever has all the blessings in life but does not have Iwa, good character, all those blessings will become another man's blessings. For it is good character that keeps every blessing alive. And that is the end of our story for today. Let me know in the comments, have you ever lost something precious because of pride? If you enjoyed this story, remember to subscribe, hit that like button, and let us keep our stories alive forever. Until next time, keep your head up.